So once again, Hoop fans, Lori Shepard coming to you.
We're going to talk a lot about fantasy football rankings.
So once again, Hoop fans, Lori Shepard coming to you.
We're going to talk a lot about fantasy football rankings. I want to give the biggest shout out to high school sports.
Belly cut the defender, gets the ball. And it falls at the buzzer!
And we're live.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. When I do this, I feel like I'm a singer. Welcome in to Four Quarters on this beautiful Hump Day Wednesday. It snowed today. It snowed yesterday. Did it snow the day before?
No, it didn't snow every day you were gone. Just a couple.
Welcome to Four Quarters on the Four Quarters Facebook page, on the Aired Out Facebook page, and also on YouTube. Welcome into Let the Madness Begin.
Best time of the year.
I'm here with my usual cast of characters. CB to my right, Wheels to my left. I have no idea who this guy is. He just walked in off the street
With this god-awful shirt.
with this god-awful T-shirt on, and we let him have one of the nice seats.
Yeah.
Welcome, my dear friend Garrett. Cicely, to the cast of characters here. Thank you. We did this last year.
Yes,
I even
we-
gave you the good seat.
I know you did.
This is why he keeps coming back. He
I
gets
told
the
you.
royal
I
treatment.
told you.
I will
I'm
always
on my
give
feet
them.
all day. You know, this is luxury. It's
How's the
finest.
fishing going?
I haven't gotten out yet this year.
But you're like a rock star in the fishing world. Oh my God, I thought I had us down for 7 hours, you guys. It might take 7 hours. Welcome. We're going to talk a little bit about football, and then we're going to break down. Well, we're not going to break the brackets down, or we would be here all night.
Yeah.
We're just going to look at some regions. We're all going to pick our final four, our final, and our champion. We'll do the women first, and then we'll do the men. I'm going to give the first shout out because I had the luxury of spending some time at Columbia, South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, and I ran into Dawn Staley at the North Carolina NC State South Carolina softball game. She was nice enough to have her picture taken with me. Oh, wait, me to have my picture taken with her. Just being facetious. I actually had my picture taken with the mascot, which was fabulous.
Yeah.
Really love the Gamecock mascot. I know she's not listening, but I have to thank Coach Staley because she was hounded all day. She left in the 5th inning because she couldn't watch softball anymore. No one was bothering her for 2 innings. And then all of a sudden, everyone figured out she was there.
It takes that one person to start the train, and then
was
they're
the
like,
kids.
oh, okay, we can go talk to her. So
And then they just kept going and going. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I just don't want to bother her. I should leave her alone. And as she got up to leave the stadium to get ready for their selection show, I bothered her one last time. And she was nice enough to have her picture taken. So they were doing a reveal show at the Coliseum. There was like 1,000 people there. I'm not
crazy.
kidding you guys. It was insane. You had to be there. The line came out of the Coliseum, down the sidewalk, around the building, through the parking lot. And just to go in, and of course, Dawn Staley was giving a speech. A couple of the players were there. So there was reason to be there. South Carolina fans, like any fan, Duke fans, Caitlin Clark fans, they're all batshit crazy. We are
Yeah.
batshit crazy. I'm talking about me. Just to share a quick story there, when you got inside, there was these 2 long lines, long ass lines. One was to go see a couple of the players. There was 2 of the players there, and one was to get a free T-shirt. Hundreds of people in the lines. I get it to meet a couple of the players. Full Wiley wasn't there, or Pow Pow, or I would have probably waited in line. Anyway, so I digress. I'm just walking, minding my own business. I'm not in the T-shirt line. And this lady starts yelling at me. that T-shirt line is back there. And I'm like, what is happening right now? She was like, I thought I was budding. I'm like, don't need a free T-shirt. I'm just trying to get into the arena to walk around. They take their shit serious.
They do. And they're probably all from South Carolina. Like, not like you, lowly Vermonter just trying to walk the stadium. They're probably people that have gone to so many games, but they just want that free T-shirt.
So Coach Staley thanked the fans. Wanted to know if any of them had any questions. I left at that point because you would have been there all night. She actually gave the microphone to a fan who said she deserved a raise and she should be paid as one of the top coaches in women's college basketball, and her boss, athletic director, and so on and so forth were right there. So Coach Staley just kept smiling, looking at her bosses. And I think it was a day or two later, I read on Facebook that Dawn Staley is now the highest paid coach in women's college basketball with a $22.4 million contract.
Wow.
So kudos to Coach Staley.
Right.
Well deserved.
Not too
It's
shabby.
well deserved.
Considering everybody she lost last year and how there was no expectations for them
None.
this year whatsoever.
None.
And
That's
now
why
look.
I'm still not sure they're going to win it because I still think they're a year away.
Right.
I do, but that's good coaching. Just one shout out I have to give. Wheels CB, you remember Caitlin Fielder being in here last year?
Yes.
The cross player from U32?
Yes.
Yep.
She was named the Rookie of the Week. She is at Norwich. The first-year midfielder put on an impressive display for the Cadets in a 2-in-1 week, collected a hat trick, dished out an assist in a non-conference win over Emerson. Fielder would duplicate that performance, a hat trick, in a victory over Plattsburgh. Then the first year would score 4 goals and collect an assist while winning 13 draw controls in a GNAC victory over Riviera. She collected 13 points, 10 goals, 3 assists, and won 26 draw controls in a week.
Wow.
In a week.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn.
That's an
Caitlin
impressive freshman
Fielder,
right there.
You just continue to amaze.
Pretty sure we had her step in as a color commentator
Yes.
for hockey
You
this
did.
this year.
How'd she do with that?
Not too bad. Noah McLean went down below and pulled her aside and kindly asked her if she would do it. She was kind of like,
That sounds like Caitlin.
sure, and yeah.
When I had her on the show, I've known her mother forever. Went to school together, and her mother said to me, "Remember, this is Caitlin, not Sammy, the older sister."
Yeah.
And we got Caitlin on the show, and
She did great.
she did fabulous.
Yep.
Answered a few questions quickly, and then she was off and running. I was so proud of her.
Yeah, she did
so
awesome.
proud of her. And I have got to get to a Norwich Cadets game.
We
I
do.
enjoyed following the U32 story last year, and they went on to win the state championship. So it'll be neat to get over and watch her. Wheels, you got some shout-outs
I
before
do.
we
Just
talk NFL?
Yeah, just some quick stuff. I know we've talked about before. We talked about on Netflix, The Quarterback. We all watched it. We loved it. Peyton Manning is doing another one on Netflix. It's going to be called Full Court Press,
Yes, I'm
and
so
it's
excited.
going to star Caitlin Clark,
Okay.
Kiki Rice, and Camila Cardosa from South Carolina.
Really?
So it's going to be along the same lines as The Quarterback, and I think it comes out in May. I think it is.
Yep.
So that's something to look forward to and something so awesome.
Yeah.
And also highlighting women's sports again, even more
which
so.
is fabulous.
And Peyton Manning is wonderful. He's always been such an advocate for women's sports.
He's a freaking riot.
And he's,
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, he
Funny.
just sells himself.
He really does.
So that will be something on Netflix. We'll talk about it as it gets closer. Another storyline, just to quickly for March Madness. A lot of channels are talking about Grand Canyon. We'll get more into that, but they do have a player, Tyon Grant Foster. He is a transfer from DePaul. He was out a year and a half undergoing heart surgery. He collapsed in the locker room at DePaul, almost died. He had to go through heart surgery. And a year and a half later, he was cleared to play. He now is the leading scorer in Grand Canyon. He averages 19.8 points.
Damn.
So,
16, right.
like a heartfelt story of a team no one's heard about. Like I had never heard of Grand Canyon before I heard this story. So look for him to play. I think they play Friday. we'll get more into that. So they play St. Mary's, actually. It's a 5-12 game. I actually picked Grand Canyon. So
Love those
Just-
You're not
5-12
the only.
games.
You're not.
yeah,
the only
just
one who's picked
a
it.
heartfelt story. I love those during March Madness. And another heartfelt story. YouTube this. Anyone who's been through a hard time, life, sports, any sort of thing. It's called. The quote is "Handle hard better."
Coach Lawson.
Coach Lawson from Duke.
Did you watch the story?
I did.
Wasn't it outstanding?
YouTube it, you guys.
You have to.
You have to YouTube it.
You have to.
Get the T-shirt. I mean, what a passionate. I had goosebumps. Like, it really hits home. Handle hard better.
Here's the thing with her too, and I don't cheer for Duke often or ever. But I am a big Coach Lawson fan.
Yes.
I really am. And she says she doesn't really take a lot of notes. She speaks
Right,
from
she speaks from the heart. Yep.
So handle hard better. I mean, she just was talking. That's all she was doing was talking.
And somebody
It wasn't she
somebody was
said,
video recording
I'm
her.
going to say this and see if it catches.
Right.
She just was talking. She was, I think it was a freshman that was
Freshman.
having a
Yep.
bad couple of weeks. And she's like, I should talk to this freshman. No, I should talk to the whole team. And it's such a motivational speech
Oh, it's
that
awesome.
she gives. And talk about changing so many lives because of those words.
She says she gets letters every day. Still.
Every day. She has
Still.
them in a nice little album
Yep.
and everything. And though it'll make you cry, it'll give you goosebumps. Some
Yeah.
of the letters that she has received. It's mind blowing.
Yeah, it's amazing. And the biggest thing out of it is that life doesn't get easier.
Nope.
You just have to handle hard better.
Yep.
That's
You have
basically
to learn
it.
how to handle it better. And she says it so eloquently. So right.
So-
She's right.
And so matter of fact.
yes.
Like,
Yeah.
just
It- there's
handle hard
nothing
better.
easy.
They have T-shirts, like
yeah.
wristbands. I mean, it really hit home for me.
Yep.
If you haven't seen it, even if you're not a Duke fan or a Carol Lawson fan,
You still got to watch
you
it.
still got to watch it. Even if you're not a sports fan, it
You
will
still
change
gotta
your
watch it.
life just to listen to her talk about it.
Yep.
So,
And she's changed a lot of lives just by giving
Yes.
that motivational speech.
yep.
I didn't get a chance to talk to her, but I did see her in passing at Countdown to Craziness.
Oh,
Because I was
nice.
down there and I was we were coming back from South Carolina
Yeah.
when we went there before we flew back. So that was pretty cool.
She's an amazing lady.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Duke's lucky to have her. They really are. Anybody that has Coach Lawson. And she didn't have it easy at all. Go play for Pat Summitt for 4 years.
Yeah.
How easy do you think
Yeah.
that is?
Not. She had to handle hard better. That's
Yes.
for sure.
Yes. Any more?
No, that's it. And just like a quick fact that I didn't even know, and I know almost everything about Caitlin Clark. She
I thought
initially
we were going to get away without.
no, oh
Caitlin
God, no,
Clark.
you guys, please, please. It's March Madness. Hello. Caitlin Clark was going to go to Notre Dame.
Wow.
I did hear that.
She actually told Muffet McGraw that that's where she wanted to go.
Really?
Because that's
Wow.
where her parents wanted her to go. And she said she went to campus. She went on a campus visit. She wanted to love it. She just kept trying to love it. Didn't really love it, but knew her parents wanted her to go there. And she told Muffet that she would sign with them. And then she went. Her AAU coach reached out to Iowa coaching staff and said, you might want to give Caitlin one more try. You might want to give her a call.
not sold yet.
She's not sold yet.
Yeah.
And so they called. She went on campus and she had to make
right.
that phone call to Muffet McGraw and said, I changed my mind. But could you imagine her with Hidalgo right now?
Goodness.
Like,
And Olivia Miles, who's coming
Right?
back from the ACL. I mean,
Yeah.
it's scary enough thinking of Miles and Hidalgo next year.
yeah. So they had like a picture of Caitlin in a Notre Dame jersey, and it just hurt my eyes. Like
Didn't
it just
look right.
it didn't look right. I'm like, this doesn't look right. I
Yellow and
don't.
gold.
No.
All yellow and gold.
Yep.
CB, any shout outs? No soccer? All right. All right.
Oh, NWSL season started this past weekend.
There's a shout out. Ding ding. Wheels has got the ding ding.
I didn't know I had the ding ding today.
Yeah, it didn't work over
It's a
here
lot
on
of
my little
pressure.
stool.
Okay, I gotcha.
I had to put myself in the corner for Garrett.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Let's talk football before we go on to March
Yeah,
Madness.
craziness.
Oh my gosh.
'Cause
Crazy.
We haven't been, when were we last on? Monday, right?
Monday.
Tuesday.
I don't know.
Monday.
It, Monday.
It was Monday.
Yep.
It was Monday. Lots happening.
A lot.
So much.
Who's your favorite free agent signing? I'll go first. Shocker here. Everybody says Kirk Cousins. No. Derrick Henry.
Yes.
He just looks like a Baltimore Raven.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
He will go
built.
into the Hall
Yeah.
of Fame as a Titan. He is a Tennessee
Yep.
Titan.
Yep.
But he just needs to end his career with Baltimore. And the leading rusher is always Lamar Jackson.
Always.
Yep.
It always is. So you're going to save the health of your quarterback
Right.
as well.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying he's got 5 more years. He's got 2 more good years left in him. And there's nobody else I want to hand the ball off to at the goal line than Marshawn Lynch or Derrick Henry.
Right.
Yeah.
Lynch doesn't play anymore.
On like Instagram, I've come across some of his training videos. Man is insane.
He is
Yeah.
Insane.
He's
just
a tank.
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So that was my favorite one. Him and Josh Jacobs. I actually like Josh Jacobs leaving the Raiders and going to the Packers. He's had 1,100 yards from scrimmage all 5 seasons. So he's going to a better offensive line and he's going to a better offense
Yeah.
in general. If he can stay healthy, Aaron Jones can stay healthy. Here's the thing I don't get. The Green Bay Packers said, Aaron Jones, you're out. A.J. Dillon, you're out. Don't blame him. Get out. Get out.
Get out. Yeah.
A.J. Dillon just re-signed with the Packers. What? Why? To be the mascot? I
Right.
want Annie Agar to answer that.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
is A? I mean, I get backup, but he's not effective at all.
No.
Nope.
I'd
No.
rather give the ball to you, one of you 3.
Yeah.
as a backup than I would A.J. Dillon.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what that's about.
I do like Kirk Cousins to the Falcons.
I like it. I think they
Yeah.
very much overpaid.
Overpaid.
But-
100%.
Yeah.
But they're,
Yeah.
I mean, it's the now.
It's,
Like,
yeah, it's a
Yep.
good fit.
yeah. It's a very good fit. Yes. But
What about Joe Mixon to the Texans? Not a splashy dude, but
No.
a hardworking. gets
yeah,
it
I mean, he's
done.
always got it
Yeah.
done.
And he's in that offense.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to be in that offense?
Right.
Right.
Singletary, apparently.
Well,
He'd rather be the Giants
rather play
offense.
for the
Woohoo!
Giants, okay?
Oh my gosh.
Sucker.
What are the Giants doing?
Notice there's nothing to talk about the Giants except what the hell are they doing?
What are they
And
doing?
The Steelers are making me look silly because I said 2 weeks ago I read.
You know, props to the Steelers, man.
Yes,
Right?
Props to the Steelers.
Huge
I read
props.
they
They
weren't
got
going
2
after Wilson or Fields, and then they decided, oh, screw it, we'll
for
just go
nothing.
get both.
For nothing.
For nothing for both
Nothing.
of them.
Yeah.
1.2 million and a 6th round that could become a 4th round.
Yeah.
But still.
For nothing.
And,
Like-
but I've heard
I-
they want to sign Russell Wilson to an extension, and Fields is the backup,
I just don't.
which is mind-boggling. Hence, a 6th round pick,
Right.
Because teams were not coming to the forefront. They weren't.
Which
they
is
weren't
odd.
calling
I
the
don't
Chicago
understand.
Bears
It blows
for
my
him.
mind.
Nobody
It does.
Blows my
Yeah.
mind.
So it's a backup 6th round pick,
Right.
For a
Yeah.
backup quarterback, because everyone's treating Fields as a backup quarterback now.
Yeah,
And
I don't.
worry, you guys got Drew Lock.
Yes, yes. I am. That is the free agent signing of the winter. We got Daniel Jones 2.0.
Yep.
Solid. Well done,
Can't
Giants.
wait. Can't wait.
Well done.
You know what it was? Oh, no.
We may as well get
Yeah.
Drake May too, and then we'll have triplets.
Exactly.
Well, you might. I mean,
The same
not
quarterback,
out of
three
The
different-
Giants,
All right.
the same time. Every single quarterback just fits that mold.
Yep.
Just everyone.
Everyone.
Oh, he's a good dude.
Yep.
He's a good dude.
Yep. Handsome guy. I bet he's really good.
Yep.
In other
Yeah.
news, though, KJ Osborne just signed with the Patriots
I
this
did
week.
see Osborne sign with the Pats, and I'm like, that's not a bad signing.
It's not bad.
The Vikings are cleaning house.
Yep. Yep.
Yes.
So what the hell is Justin Jefferson going to do?
He's out.
He's got to. He's got to
out.
be like, get me the hell out of
because
here.
You still got Jefferson and Jordan Addison's only in his 2nd year. So you got 2 studs. You got Hawkinson.
But you have no running back.
Who did
No
they
quarterback.
Just, oh, they
Who's-
got
yeah.
Aaron
They got-
Jones. They've got Aaron Jones. Okay.
But Mattson's gone.
Yeah, but Aaron Jones is way better than Mattson. Mattson just signed with the Raiders. Okay, here's the thing. Here's 3 things I'm sure of for the NFL draft. And I'm saying this a month before the draft.
Yep.
I'm sure of. That's scary to say because it changes every week before the NFL draft.
We got to clip
The
this.
Minnesota Vikings are drafting a quarterback.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they just traded
They have to.
to get the Texans' #1 pick.
Right.
So now they have 11 and 23. They didn't get 11 and 23 to sit at 11 and 23.
No.
No.
So the only question is who's going
trading?
to trade
Who's
for
trading with
11
them?
and 23? Is it going to be the Patriots? Is it going to be the Giants? Or is it going to be the Titans? Because they're not going to want to go any lower than that.
Yeah.
If it's the Patriots, they're drafting Derek May. because all I'm hearing is, my God, everyone's treating Derek May like he's the second coming of, I'm not going to say Tom Brady, but I don't know.
No.
If I'm the Giants or the Titans or the Patriots, if I'm the Patriots and I have my heart set on a quarterback, then I don't trade. But if I'm the Giants or the Titans, I take 11 and 23 gladly.
Yeah.
And slide out of 6 and
I mean, the
7.
Titans easily could because they're relying on Will Levis.
Yep.
So,
And they gave me the worst signing in free agency with Calvin Ridley.
right. Yeah, I
Oh
don't.
90
my
million.
God. So
I'm
much
like,
money.
What
So
are you
much money.
doing?
The Patriots were interested.
Who's his agent?
Yeah.
I know,
Who's
it
his
was the
agent?
Patriots or the he was going to go back to Jacksonville.
Yeah.
And money talks. $90 million later.
Yeah.
So the Titans
It's
have
insane.
given over $100 million combined to Calvin Ridley and Tony Pollard.
Yep.
Built through the draft. I'm sorry,
Like,
just build.
What are
through
you
the draft.
doing?
I get that I like their new coach, Callahan, from the Bengals organization, but I would trade out of that. I take 11 and 23. You're sliding from 7
Yeah.
Yeah.
to 11.
Yeah.
Giants, you're sliding from 6. The hottest name right now, and this is what kills me with the draft, is somebody is the hottest name, and then 3 weeks later, no one's talking about them anymore,
Right.
and they haven't done anything.
Yep.
They've already had their pro day, whatever, and it's J.J. McCarthy. He's the
Yep.
hottest name out there.
Yep.
Ever since the combine.
Yeah.
Since the combine, that is, that's who
Vikings-
everybody's been talking about.
Vikings, Giants, Patriots. I hear all 3 of those teams linked to him. Just saying.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean,
Just saying.
I don't
The Vikings are taking a quarterback.
They-
The Cardinals are taking a wide receiver, whether it's Marvin Harrison or what's his name,
Roma
Malik Neighbors from LSU.
The Cardinals have the second pick?
No, they
Fourth.
have the-
Fourth.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if it goes quarterback, then Harrison falls in their lap. I could see the Patriots taking Marvin Harrison
I could too.
and waiting, or somebody's going to trade back into the first round with somebody like Baltimore if Bo Nix and Michael Penix are sitting there. Do you agree? More Michael Penix. than
More
Bo
Michael
Nix.
Penix.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
would
He's
not
still
be
there.
shocked if 6 quarterbacks went in the first round.
Oh, I wouldn't be either. I think if
Which
this
is
is
me
the year
including
for that.
Nix in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody that says he can sit, because here's the funniest thing out of free agency is your bridge quarterbacks.
Right.
Jacoby Brissett comes to the Patriots to be that bridge.
Yep.
Sam Darnold, who might not have a bad year, you guys. He's got more weapons around him now.
If you ask
He
Andy
never
Agar,
had-
he's terrible.
I know, but he started with the Jets, who were terrible.
Yep.
Terrible. He went to the Panthers, who were terrible.
Terrible.
I mean, what's he? What might he
What do
do?
you? Yeah.
What say you when he's in a good offense?
Yeah.
Anyways, bridge quarterback. Who's the other bridge quarterback? There was another signing out there, and I went, bridge. Oh, it was the Raiders with the Gardner.
With the Gardner.
Oh,
Yep.
Minshew.
Yep.
Love that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Joe Flacco went to the Colts.
Yes. Who re-signed
Shame on
Pittman,
you,
so that's good.
Cleveland.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you hear who Cleveland brought in? Jameis Winston.
Yep.
Over Joe
I
Flacco?
can, right.
Ay, oh my God.
Yeah, I don't. There's been some that are like, I just shake my head because I don't understand it.
I
No.
mean, it was fun because they go batshit crazy.
Right.
They were going to throw money around like it's nothing.
Yeah.
And I still will say this: the running backs just blows my mind because they're undervalued all the time, and now they're worth millions.
Literally
Everybody
in that
wanted a
first
running
day.
back.
Yeah.
In that first day.
I officially threw away my Saquon Barkley jersey.
Did you?
I did.
Oh, wow.
I can't do it.
Oh, wow.
Can't do it. I wore it the last time on our show.
Did you see it? Well, you went to
and
watch
it
the
just-
press conference. Him in green looks weird.
It's
It's
ugly.
not
Just
right.
weird.
Yeah.
But everybody's saying that's the best free agent signing when you read a CBS and ESPN, Saquon Barkley, because he hasn't had an offensive line like this and weapons, meaning Brown and Smith.
I mean, it's true.
And Goddard.
Yeah.
I hope he does
Jalen
great.
Hurts.
I
Yeah.
hope I have no
Yeah.
no hard will against him. I'm just pissed at the Giants for letting
Yeah.
him go.
CB probably said that
Yeah.
to me 100 times.
Yeah,
I
I'm
get
not
it.
mad at him
Yeah.
at all.
No.
Like he
Yeah.
definitely needed to leave, but
Yeah.
I just wish he wouldn't have went to the Eagles.
That's it.
Any other team.
Yeah,
Oh,
literally
them
any.
and the Cowboys.
Yeah,
Any other team
Any other team.
would be much better.
So Cardinals taking a receiver, Vikings taking a QB, Falcons will take an edge rusher. They have to.
Yeah, they need.
They are loaded on offense. They'll take Dallas Turner or Jared Verse, whoever is left, or they could choose between those two. What else football-wise? Anything shocking?
Jared Verse is a friggin' man child.
He is.
Oh my
I like
God.
him over Dallas Turner, even though Turner's getting more hype. I
Yeah.
watched Verse a lot this fall.
Yeah, he's
He's a maniac.
he's
a maniac.
Exactly, that was the word I was looking for.
And everybody wants Derek May
Why?
because he
What
just,
do they say?
It's Josh Allen 2.0.
It's not.
He's got a
It's
they
Daniel
say
Jones
he's got a cannon
2.0.
of an arm. He hates losing more than he likes to win. I mean, but you can probably say that about
You can say that.
Any
about
of them.
any quarterback.
Yeah.
But
There was another comparison. I can't remember.
but I'm sorry. When you're playing in the ACC at North Carolina, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
North Carolina, you are a basketball school. As much as that pains me to say that, I mean,
It's just
who are
like,
you,
yeah.
who are you? I mean, who are you throwing to? Obviously, in the ACC compared to the SEC,
Right.
or the Big Ten,
Right.
like.
We'll see. I'm telling you guys.
I say it all the time.
Somebody's going
Basketball schools do not produce good quarterbacks. They just.
Let me ask you, Giant
don't.
fans, would you be happy if J.J. McCarthy was drafted? At
Yeah.
the sixth
Yeah.
spot?
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, wouldn't hate
You
it.
don't think
No.
it's an overdraft?
I mean, I think it's an overdraft.
yeah.
100%.
But better than
But better
Drake May.
than Drake May.
Better
so.
than Drake May.
When they drafted Daniel Jones, I thought it was an overdraft.
Oh, was
I'll
he-
never
Oh,
forget
yeah.
that.
Hello.
I-
Come on.
Come on.
He's over everything. Overpaid, overdrafted, over.
I was actually sitting
God,
at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, watching it on the big screen inside the stadium, and I went, I knew who he was, but they were in the top 10, and I'm like, what?
The whole time I was like, is this happening?
Right.
What
You thought it was
are-
a joke. Are they playing?
I know.
something
I was
from
like,
5 years ago?
are they going to trade him like they did with what's happening?
And
Yep.
you know, as funny as Peyton Manning is, which he's fucking funny.
He is funny.
Yeah.
I just swore in the air. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Sorry.
Eli's pretty funny too. I always thought he was like kind
A dud.
Yeah, kind of was. I was going to say dud, but he's kind of funny. He's in all these commercials.
He
with
is.
Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah.
Now, and I'm like, he's on the beach with his Coronas. He's kind of funny. He's got that.
He's just a different
that
funny than
goofy
Peyton
look.
is.
Yes.
Yeah. He's
Yes.
more
This is
like a
a-
drawl and a
like,
like
yeah.
quiet,
Awkward,
nerdy funny. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Awkward nerdy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job,
Yep.
guys.
Yep.
Good job. All right, let's go on to the madness. It's time.
The madness.
Let's go.
We're going to start with the women's bracket. CB, do you want? Okay, first of all, let's get it out of the way.
Yeah, let's.
Let's get it out of the way because Rebecca Lobo said this. What the heck are they doing putting LSU and Iowa in the same region?
That whole region
That
is
is
crazy.
crazy.
Two in the championship game. I'll go more BS in the men's bracket, but Rebecca Lobo said they earned the 1 seed. They're the
Yep.
second
Yep.
best team right now
Yep.
after South Carolina,
Carolina.
and they were given the hardest bracket.
Oh, 100.
How
do you put LSU and Iowa in there?
far.
How?
By far.
And how do you put them in there where they could meet before the Final Four?
Exactly.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
it just doesn't make any sense. As they
Yeah.
were like doing the brackets and the teams were announced and stuff, literally my jaw dropped when I saw
Yep.
LSU,
Yep.
KC, UCLA.
UCLA.
I'm like, what? I go, isn't Iowa the second best team in the country? Like, what is happening?
Yep.
It's terrible.
And do we think UCLA can come out of that side of the Albany too?
I picked them to.
You did.
I did
Yep.
to upset LSU.
I did too.
I cannot pick LSU. I can't do
I
it.
can't either.
Like-
I can't either. I went with UCLA.
I don't think anybody wants to pick LSU. I really don't. Do you want to look at the bracket too? It's empty. I can't give you mine.
I can't remember.
Yeah,
I can't
so
remember.
like I have LSU beating Louisville, which I think everybody wants to see that matchup because
Oh, can't wait.
And everyone
Van
would like
Lith.
to see Louisville win.
I would love
Oh,
it.
that would be amazing.
Coach Waltz would like nothing more.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I think the intriguing matchup in that Albany too is if LSU and UCLA get to
Yep.
that
Yep.
Sweet
Sweet
16.
16.
yep.
That would be pretty insane. I love K-State. They're the team I talked about
Yeah.
at the beginning of the season. They've kind of trickled off. Their big is, I don't know if she's back from the knee injury. I think she is. I just don't know if anybody has any juice on that side of the Albany too to knock off Iowa. On this side.
Yeah.
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 No.
I mean, it's for Iowa to get to the Final Four, they're going to have to work. It's
Yeah.
going to be difficult.
Yep.
They're role players are going to have to step up.
Yep.
I mean, they all talked about how Gabby Marshall is the X Factor. She absolutely is going to have to be the X
Yep.
Factor.
She is gonna have to be the X
She was
Factor,
last
yep.
year during
She
their
loves
run.
March.
And she loves March.
loves March.
But if they can play the way and continue to play like they did in the Big Ten tournament, then I think they can do it.
And Caitlin, if it's not hitting,
Yeah.
just pass.
Yes, pass.
Don't
Get
try
your
the
16
first.
to
Just
20
The
assists.
whole
pass.
first half. Don't
Yeah.
just leave it. First quarter, if it's not falling, just pass.
Yeah.
Don't try to do it till the whole first half.
Right.
Talking to a gentleman in
Yes.
the Myrtle Beach airport, and shocking, we started talking about basketball, and he said, "I love watching Caitlin Clark pass."
Yes,
And I said, "Seriously, it's a thing of beauty.
it
Yep.
is.
It really is." Her and Phil Wiley over at South Carolina.
Yeah.
Yep.
Watching them, their court vision, off the charts.
Yep.
Off the charts.
Yep.
The other regions. Well, we'll go to our Final Four then. Garrett, do you want to go with your Final Four for the women?
I had Iowa.
Yep.
I had USC.
Okay.
It was hard for me. No, incorrect. I had Connecticut
Okay.
coming out of Portland 3.
Okay.
I have Stanford coming out of Portland 4,
Yep.
and South Carolina coming out of.
We have the same Final Four.
Yeah, you guys have the same.
I think we have the same.
I think we do too. Yes.
I also have Iowa, UConn, Stanford, and South
Carolina. So I think CB and I have the same.
Yep.
So I have Iowa, USC,
Yep.
Stanford, South Carolina.
Yep.
Yep.
Why are we so quick to pick Stanford over Texas? Texas has been solid. All
I don't
year.
even have Texas going to the Elite Eight, so I have Utah upsetting them.
You have Utah upsetting,
Yeah.
which I love that Utah.
That big
Heat
girl's
team. Yeah.
She's legit.
Yeah.
Absolutely legit.
I almost went with NC State over
Me
Stanford.
too.
I
That's going to be a
almost
heck
came
of a
up with
game.
it, but
oh,
I
look,
just
you guys, it's snowing again. That could be the game that gets Stanford. That could very well be the game. I'm going to go with Stanford, obviously, as well out of that region. But NC State is no joke.
yeah.
They play it very well at both ends
Stanford
of the floor.
played like they played last game.
Right.
Yes.
It's gonna
that's
look,
the
Yeah.
be
other
real
thing.
Yeah.
ugly.
I think the only reason I went with Stanford was because of their coach.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's hard to
Yeah,
go
I mean, you
against
can't
Vanderbilt.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to
Yeah.
go against Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Pac-12 Player of the Year, Cameron Brink is good.
She's very
So
good.
good.
She is good
Yes.
at both ends.
Right. And did she announce?
She's going.
She's
She's
going.
going.
Right?
Into
Yep.
the WNBA.
Yep.
The
But just
only
imagine a
one-
battle, her and Cardosa in the
Oh
final,
my
and then
God.
you you
Right?
have her and Cardosa on one side, and then
Yep.
you have Caitlin Clark and Juju Watkins on the other.
It's gonna be
I mean, it's
amazing.
must-watch TV.
It's gonna be amazing.
Like,
I'm not sure which game I'm going to be at, if it's the Sweet 16 or the Elite 8, but
but either way, you get to see Caitlin Clark. Hopefully,
I mean, the fact that
Well,
Iowa
yeah.
and South Carolina are in Albany is
Yeah.
mind-boggling to
Yep.
me. Nobody, honest to God, you guys, nobody in that South Carolina region, you think. I would say this, a healthy Notre Dame, which is
Health.
number 2.
Yeah.
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 And Olivia Miles in tow, who's obviously still coming back from the ACL.
Yeah.
Oh, is not playing at all this year. A healthy Notre Dame. I worry about Indiana.
Yep.
Can I ask everyone who they took in that first round? Nebraska, Texas A&M.
I took Nebraska.
I took Nebraska.
I am not.
That's okay.
I'm not
took
putting
Nebraska.
anything past them, and I have them winning again.
Oh, so
Like-
you're
Same,
beating Oregon
same.
State,
I
too.
do.
Same.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they are.
I do not. Okay.
Yeah.
Same.
Indiana too. Like that's another one.
Yep.
Yep.
Like they could if they play. So I only watched them play a few times. Obviously,
Yeah.
when they played Iowa both times, they could give South Carolina a game if they're hitting their outside
Absolutely.
shots.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So
Yep.
You know I'm a Gamecocks fan through and through, but I honestly thought this was a rebuilding year.
yeah,
So
I
I'm
think they
still
all
not
did.
sure
Yeah.
I'm sold on them getting to the championship game. But Garrett and I both took UConn in the Portland 3, and you guys took
I-
USC.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll be the first one to say it. I mean, you guys probably don't. You probably think it yourselves, but I love Paige Beckers.
Oh, me
Oh
too.
yeah.
Oh, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We
We
do.
all
love
her.
We do.
We do, yeah.
Yeah.
I love Paige.
I want
Beckers.
nothing more for her to have a great
Yeah.
March Madness. Like
Yeah.
this is why she went to UConn. She's
Yeah.
missed it every year. Like, and she's coming back
Yeah.
for another year.
Yeah.
So I
it's
just,
just really unfortunate that her whole team fell apart.
yes,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yes. And that's a tough region anyways. You got Ohio State sitting at 2. You got Duke
Yeah.
over there that could face Ohio State. Mm-hmm. I love USC. I'm not taking anything away from them. Mackenzie Forbes
Yeah.
is the sidekick to Juju.
Yeah.
When Juju is not playing well, which was
Yep.
proven
Yep.
in that
Yep.
Pac-12 game against Stanford. She knows to facilitate, and somebody else is going to step up, which Forbes did in that Pac-12 championship game. I don't know. I something's gnawing in the back of my mind, back of my brain, saying they're just not experienced enough. They're just not experienced.
I mean, again,
enough.
they're another team that's a
Yeah.
year or two away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yep.
know why, because I don't know. I just think Paige Beckers is going to catch on fire and get to that Final Four. And good God, if I could watch in a Final Four, Caitlin Clark and Paige Beckers
Oh, wow.
my
go
gosh.
toe to toe.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
That's every basketball fan's
Dream.
right
Yep.
there.
Yep.
Get your popcorn ready.
Yep.
All right, so Garrett, who do you have in the final, the national championship game? Excuse me.
Iowa versus South Carolina.
And winning it?
Iowa.
Okay.
My God, you can come back anytime.
With the Duke shirt on?
No. If they win, you have to wear a Caitlin Clark shirt.
Okay.
Next time you
Find
come
a
here.
shirt big enough for me.
Okay.
I was going to say, he'll have no problem with that. All right, Wheels, who do you got going? Moving on.
I have the same two, South Carolina, Iowa. But I'm actually, I can't believe I'm going against Caitlin Clark, but I'm going with South Carolina.
Are you?
I am. I just think top to bottom, like, they're just so good.
Yep.
So good. Their defense, they're just fast. I think Cardoso versus Sulky is just, it's not a mismatch, but Cardoso's a beast.
So
He's a
good.
beast, yeah.
So-
He's a beast.
And I just think they're, like, Dawn Staley is so intelligent and basketball smart. Like, she'll have a game plan to take out Caitlin. As much as you can take out Caitlin.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
It would be, God, imagine watching UConn and Iowa and then South Carolina.
I mean, I want nothing more than Caitlin Clark to ride out with a championship so they
Yeah.
can stop saying, like, she needs this, she needs this. Like, I would love for that to happen.
And I'm going to give Cardoso some credit. I wasn't a big Cardoso fan. I cheer for South Carolina, yes. But when and I shouldn't bring it up, but that LSU South Carolina game, when I watched highlights of it, there was one time where Angel Reese and Cardoso's playing good D. She's not going to get belly cut, but Reese cuts weak side to ball side. And she just elbows Cardoso
Yep.
hard. No call. Cardoso flinched back. Didn't say a word. Cardoso did. And she gave it to her pretty good. Reese did. So that, of course ESPN catches all this stuff.
Everything.
Yep.
So I didn't watch it intensely like that. So I didn't see all this stuff. And then it was them battling on the block for a rebound. Cardoso has inside position. The rebound goes the other side of the key, so they're going the other way. And Reese makes a point of
Pulling
yanking
the
on
hair.
Yep.
Yeah.
Grabs her hair and
Again,
rips it
Cardoso
right back. Yeah.
doesn't do anything.
Yep.
And I'm like,
Yep.
man, that had to have been a game plan a little bit. Was I'm just going to keep pushing you,
Right.
and needling at you,
Yeah.
and needling at you. And I know Cardoso lost it in the end and went to protect her teammate. But man, Angel Reese,
She's so,
what would you guys do if
I can't
you're
with her.
playing against her and she's doing that to you?
I'd lose it.
I'd
What would
lose
you
it.
do?
I'd lose it.
I don't think I can say it on.
Okay.
I'd
on
lose my
live
shit.
Here.
I would.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah,
Yep.
There's no way she would get away with it again.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and that's just it. Like,
Yeah.
nobody never counters.
Right.
So she keeps doing it. She just keeps egging you. And, like, it's reason numbered 100 why I can't stand Angel Reese. But it's like, just play the freaking game. Like, what is this sideshow that follows you everywhere?
And I'll say it again. Wheels, what is Coach Mulkey doing?
I don't.
Oh my gosh.
Did
She is something.
What happened when she went to LSU?
Yeah, she's done a complete 180. Like,
so the
she's
game
totally different.
ends, and Coach Staley goes right up to the LSU player, up to Johnson, and
Yep.
gives her a hug, gives her a little
Yep.
talking to.
Yep.
It was an amazing thing as an athlete, a coach,
Yes.
and a fan.
Yep.
to watch.
Yes.
Yep.
And you go, what class?
Yep.
The only thing you hear Kim Mulkey say is, well, Cardoso should pick on somebody her own
Yeah,
size.
I wish she
Which is
pushed
the
Reese.
dumbest
Yeah.
thing you could have said in that instance.
Right.
What the?
And Reese was just noping out of that
Yeah.
fight. She just noped right out.
Well, and then did you see Mulkey on Selection Sunday? Like,
Oh, yeah.
when they paired Louisville on
And-
their side,
yep.
and
Just,
she
like,
just is going like this to
pointing
Van
to
Leith,
them.
like,
Van Lith.
Yeah.
and, like,
So incredibly immature.
exactly,
Yeah.
like being so immature. Like, what are you
Acting
doing?
like a child. Yeah.
What happened?
Like, I don't know what's in the water, but
You get a natty and
yeah, exactly.
You get a natty
Is that
and
her?
this
Is
what
this
it-
her version of a midlife crisis?
Yeah, it's gotta be.
It's got to be.
I'm just beside myself because big fan of hers. I was.
I've
Met
never
her at Madison Square. She built that Baylor program. That was
Mm-hmm.
nothing.
Yep.
That was nothing. Met her at Madison Square Garden, the Maggie Dixon tournament. Chatted with her. Great down to earth lady. Just chit chatted. Fabulous to talk to. Fabulous. And now I'm like, who are you?
Yep.
And I can't even literally look at you anymore.
Right. I know.
I
I can't.
can't.
I can't stand her. I can't.
I can't. And
I'm with you.
I digress. I could go on and on. So, Wheels, you picked South Carolina to
I
win it.
did.
All right, CB, what say you?
I think I, like everyone else, had South Carolina and Iowa in the
Nice.
finals. But yeah, I chose South Carolina.
I know. It's
as
hard.
hard as that is. Fun fact. Wait, where's the?
I love it when CB has a fun.
I know.
Oh,
You need
no.
to get a T-shirt that says "Fun Fact."
You do.
Oh, I was gonna look up some of the numbers, but do your final.
Okay. Obviously, Iowa, UConn, Stanford, South Carolina. I really am nervous about. I want to pick Stanford over South Carolina. I really, truly do, but I'm really nervous about Stanford getting past NC State.
Yeah.
I really, really am. So I will go South Carolina and Iowa, and I'll pick Iowa.
Nice.
I just have to
Love
be
it.
different.
I love that.
I did it at the D2 girls game. Carl Park
You
said
did.
to me, "Who do you have?" Everyone took North Carolina, North Country, and I said Fairhaven. That was a great game, by the way.
Yep.
So we're all going South Carolina, but me, the South Carolina fan,
Yeah.
and the Iowa.
Iowa fan.
All right,
I don't know. I don't know what we're doing, but
all right. So 3 South Carolinas, 1 Iowa. All right, all right. Let's move on to the men's.
Do you have your fun fact?
Yeah, fun fact
Okay,
is
go.
some of these odds are crazy. So if you look at good old DraftKings,
That's right.
like a Virginia Tech, you like Virginia Tech.
I do, but I don't know if
They're not gonna. I mean,
Kittredge
they're
is
not. But
healthy.
just fun fact is
Yeah.
if you do a $5 bet and they win, it's a $755 payout.
win what the entire thing.
The entire
thing,
that's
yeah.
not happening.
I know. But and then like a team like Nebraska, if you do a $5 bet, it's like I think it's $2,500 payout.
Oh wow.
CB, are you doing any?
I threw some bets in there.
She had to.
I won't tell mom at work.
Yeah.
okay?
She had
Yeah,
to.
don't
I
tell
promise not
don't
to.
tell mom at
So
work.
she's not watching the show.
Okay, yeah, don't tell mom at work.
If Kittredge is playing, and we already love Amore,
Right.
they could come out of that region. They could not. They would have to knock off USC, and I love Virginia Tech. I think they are freaking solid. I'm just worried about Kittredge playing.
Yeah.
I really am, because she is beyond the X factor with Amore. But that inside-out game of the two of them, I would love nothing more than to pick Virginia Tech out of that Portland 3, but I can't do it. I
I
cannot
can
do
understand
it.
that. I have a fun fact too, real quick. So all these places that sell tickets to games or whatever,
Oh yes.
TickPick
Yep.
has said they have sold 6 times as many tickets for the women's Final Four as the men's.
Yep.
As of right now.
Really?
Yep.
Yep.
That deserves a ding ding.
Yeah, it does.
Wow.
Yeah. 6 times more.
Are you going to Brooklyn, by the way?
I freaking wish I could.
Let's
We
go.
were texting when I was at South Carolina, and Garrett was talking me through the picks, and he said something about UVM and Duke, and I go, "What? They're playing each other?" He's like, "Yeah, you want to go to Brooklyn?" And I'm like,
I'll go to Brooklyn.
"I was gonna say CB will go in a heartbeat." Poor UVM, you
Right,
You get
I know.
that 13. See what you want. You want them in that 12,
Right.
13,
Yep.
and they draw Duke
In Brooklyn.
in Brooklyn.
Woohoo!
Karen's getting behind Colorado.
Colorado in
The women?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. We'll write that one down, Safford.
Like
We'll
to
write
win
that
it?
down.
Karen?
Or beat Iowa.
She comes out with some.
Yeah.
Karen, if you do a $5 bet, it's a $1,255 payout.
Just trying to help you get your money back from vacation.
Yeah.
So,
I like that kid from Nebraska, though.
Yeah. I like Coach Fred Hoiberg. I've always liked him.
Oh, yeah.
He was at Iowa State,
Iowa
built
State,
that program, then went to the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Dang it! Don't go to the NBA. And I do like that he has built Nebraska back up. Watched a lot of men's basketball last week on vacation with all the.
I got you, Karen. I'll put a
conferences.
bet down for you.
I love it. I love it. Who's the best guard in the tournament?
Men's?
Let me
Are we
give you
doing
some
men's?
names. Tristan Newton, UConn. Jamal, is it Sheed?
Shed.
Shed from Houston, which I watched him, but nobody looked good in that game.
No.
Other than Iowa State.
Right.
Yep.
Iowa State made them look like they were in
Tyler Kolek,
third
if he's
and fourth
healthy.
grade. What about R.J. Davis? Duke fan. I've seen the
He's
good,
solid.
bad, and the ugly.
He's solid.
Yep.
He's solid, and he competes on the defensive end too. So that's
I'm going to
Yeah.
give you my favorite guard, Terrence Shannon Jr. from Illinois.
had a
He's
feeling you were
kind
going
of-
to say that.
He's kind of put him on his
I
back
like.
in the pack.
He has to.
or in
Though.
the Big Ten. Excuse me.
They don't play defense.
What I like is he's explosive, right? Which I said him. I didn't say the team. 'cause
Correct.
You know how I am.
Yep.
He's a ridiculous athlete. He can attack the rim, and he's so goddamn explosive. And he can put a team on his back.
Yep.
So I really like his game a lot, and I love R.J. Davis. I always have. What about Reed Shepherd from Kentucky? Freshman,
Should be a starter.
right?
Shouldn't be
freshman.
coming off the bench. He
No.
shouldn't be coming off the bench.
No.
I like what people are saying about him. His basketball IQ is off the charts, and he plays like a veteran as a freshman.
Yep.
I like that. So let me ask you this. I said 2 weeks ago, I'm gonna have Kentucky going far. They just are, and I'm not a Calipari fan at all. But I just watched Kentucky. They look great. They don't look good. They look great. They don't look good. They look great. And then
Typical.
last week, I'm like in the SEC. I'm like, nope, can't pick you. I just can't do it.
Right.
I want to pick them to go far.
Yeah.
like Elite Eight far,
Yep.
not Final Four far, but I don't know.
A potential Duke Kentucky matchup could be there at the Elite Eight.
At the Elite Eight, yeah.
'Cause Duke scrimmaged Houston like in a secret scrimmage before the season started, and apparently mopped the floor with them.
Really.
So
I couldn't wait to watch Houston play an entire game instead of seeing highlights or watching a half
yep.
when they played Iowa State. But I had watched Iowa State enough to know how good Iowa State is. I did not expect Iowa State to do that to them, though. What was it, 69 to 41, 70?
Oh, they
to
annihilated
41?
them, yeah.
The game was done at the
Yeah.
half.
Oh yeah.
All done.
Yep.
And I wanted to see Houston's defense because that's all I've been hearing about.
Yep.
Iowa State's defense is beyond sick.
Yep.
They play like mad dogs out there.
I watched their entire game against Baylor.
Did you? I watched parts of that.
In Waco.
And they made Baylor look pretty bad.
They did make Baylor
They
look
made
pretty
Houston
bad.
look pretty bad.
But yeah, I really like Baylor.
I like Baylor too.
Yeah.
I like Baylor too. I always will cheer for Baylor. But what Iowa State does, and they're just dogs out there, and they were asking, what's his name? Otzelberger, the coach, something about you don't have star power on your team. And he said, I'm not going to say what he said, but he's like, I really don't care.
Right.
I don't need star power the way this team turns other teams over.
Right.
And the way they play team defense. It's not one or two playing defense, it's team defense. I don't need star power. And he doesn't. He's got a plethora of talent offensively, but defensively, they make you look silly. And I hope they're still on that. I hope they don't have a bad game that knocks them out.
Right.
Because they are that good.
Yep.
They are that good. Watching them against Baylor, like you're talking about, Garrett, and then watching them against Houston, I just beside myself.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what to do all week with NC State. What the heck?
I'm carrying
were
that train.
How are
What the heck
they?
were they on all week? Because it was pretty amazing.
I don't know. DJ Burns is your.
He's a
He is
He's a
the
freaking
younger.
tank.
He is the younger Zach Randolph, and his game is he emulates Zach Randolph's game pretty much to a T.
Would you compare him to Barkley at all? I like the Randolph comparison. But he's
I
just-
could compare him in a sense, but just because he's a lefty, it's so close to
Well
Zach
said.
Randolph. It's
Yeah.
silly.
And when they were playing, was it North Carolina? North Carolina brought the double team quickly.
Yep.
They would quickly bring the double team, and I can't remember. Virginia didn't.
Yep.
The night before, Virginia didn't, so shame on Virginia. but they'd bring the double team. He passes so well.
Oh
for a
my
big
goodness.
man. I'm like, oh, keep bringing that double team. 'cause
Right.
He's hitting
Yep.
the weak side block
Yep.
or somebody in 3-point land. And that team, as much as I wanted UNC to win, that North Carolina State team was fun to watch.
Oh, they were awesome.
And
Yep.
I enjoyed watching Boston College. That was my other team that I obviously is not in the.
DJ Horn is a dog.
Yeah,
too.
he's a dog too.
I love. Yeah.
I'm like, how far do you guys have NC State going? Now I got to find where they are.
I only have them winning their first round because then they face Kentucky.
I think I have them only. I do too. I have
same.
them winning
Same.
their first
Same.
round, and then I have Kentucky. I'm telling you, the conference tournament last weekend, conference tournament games were just so much fun to watch. They
were
really
great. Yeah.
And you saw so many upsets, and I'm like, I kept saying, God, the selection committee must just be cringing because Temple almost won
Yeah.
Yep.
with a 13-19 record, and they should not have beat Florida Atlantic. I watched the end of that game and went, how could you lose that game? But anyways, Temple ended up not winning in the championship game to UAB, but that's when I go, the selection committee must be cringing.
You're right.
when these teams like a Temple could do it. Or like
Yeah.
an NC State. Would NC State have made March Madness without doing what they did? Without
If,
winning?
if they'd have made it to the
championship.
Yeah.
the championship, I still feel like they
Right.
could've-
Yes.
they should have made
But
it.
if they had lost after winning a couple games.
So say they beat Duke and then
Yeah.
they lose the next one, I
Yeah.
don't think they're in.
Exactly.
I don't think so.
Exactly. I agree with you, Garrett. I was like, nope. So then the selection committee, I went from feeling sorry for them for having to do what they do to wondering what the heck they're doing
Yeah.
in that room.
Correct.
Right.
Yep.
So I want them to answer me, even though they're not listening. How do you put the Big East winner, the SEC winner, the Big 10, and the Big 12 winner
All in the same.
On the same
all in the
region.
same region?
Insane.
We all have been following March
Let-
Madness forever.
Yep.
Have you ever seen all those the big dogs,
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
put in one region?
No.
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 And
mean,
UConn
maybe
is
two-
supposed to have the easier
Right.
go around because they are the overall number one
They're
seed.
the strongest team right now is
Right.
UConn.
Right.
Right.
The team like a freight train just mowing people down is UConn.
Yeah.
So you're the defending champs.
Yep.
So
And you're gonna.
shame on you then
Yep.
for being the
Like
defending
this-
For
Yeah.
being that good. Yep.
I'm sorry, but going in, I love Auburn.
I do too.
Love Auburn. Obviously, love Iowa State. And I don't mind Illinois. But how you put them in the same region with UConn?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I look at those four and say that should be the Final Four.
It
I'm like,
very
"Yeah,
easily could be. Yes.
Yeah.
It should
Yeah.
be the Final Four, but they're all in the same. They're all going to
Yeah.
beat the crap out of each other.
Yeah.
I mean, what other region do you guys see that has the power, the firepower? I look at the next
None.
one is the South with Houston, Duke,
Yeah. It's
and
the
Kentucky.
South. Other than that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll throw Marquette in there. They're in the South as well because I like
If they're
Shaka.
healthy. If they're healthy.
If they're healthy.
If they're healthy.
Yep.
Your
That's a big
Jayhawks.
if.
Your Jayhawks are not healthy.
They shouldn't even be in the March Madness tournament.
I
They
have
got
them.
a four. They got a 4 seed.
How?
And they're gonna lose.
I have them
They're
being
gonna lose-
upset
Yeah.
by Stanford in their first game.
I'm like,
Sanford plays 12 guys. They press all
oh, do
game.
you then?
Oh, they're awesome.
They
They are
run.
fun to
If you
watch.
play 12, then
They are fun
You
to
can
watch.
They press all game. They play 12 guys. They shoot the 3. McCullough is not there. I don't care
right.
who.
McCullough's
I do
not
not
playing.
care who else is on
It doesn't
is
matter.
on the floor for Kansas. They're
When
not
they
going to be able to
opened
keep up with them.
the Big 12 without McCullers and Dickinson, and they were playing Cincinnati. I'm like, oh, this would be a nice one for Cincinnati. And it was. It was an easy one for
Yeah.
Cincinnati. They shouldn't have a 4 seed. That's when you say to yourself, that's just, they're building it off their past, and it's Coach Self.
Right.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah,
with
look at the
Gonzaga.
coach.
They should not have been a 5
No.
Right.
at all.
But it's Gonzaga and Coach
Gonzaga.
Field.
I was going to say Gonzaga is going to get upset anyway.
I picked them to be upset as well.
Look at this
Yeah.
year
Yeah.
selection committee.
Same.
Look at this
Yeah.
year. I don't go.
It's not pass.
Kansas.
No.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
Gonzaga.
Yep.
You can't do that.
Yep.
And that's what you're doing.
Yep.
And then you put all the teams that have had, I'm going to sound like a broken record, someone's going to have to shut me up. How can you put those 4 teams in one region?
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
And with that being said, who did everybody take in the East? Because I want to go against UConn because of all those teams.
I want to, but I didn't.
Yeah. Same.
I'm staring at mine because I haven't picked it yet.
I do think a UConn Iowa State Elite Eight game
Yep.
is will be
Phenomenal.
freaking phenomenal.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's who I have.
That's who I had.
Yeah.
In the Elite Eight.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Same.
if Auburn's in another region, they have a good chance to
Yep.
go to a Final Four.
Yep.
Yep.
Iowa State. I really want to take Iowa State over UConn, but now I'm afraid. I'm like, did they just play their best basketball?
Right.
Right.
Yep.
UConn doesn't ever. They don't. There's no roller coaster.
No, they're pretty even keel.
I can't go against UConn. So we're all taking UConn in the East.
Yes.
Iowa
Freaking
State.
You're taking Iowa State?
Nice.
Yep.
Good for you. Way
Good
to
for
go
you.
out.
Nice.
Way to do it, Garrett, because
What's
that's
a
what I
What's a
wanted to
$5
do.
bet on that, CB?
On
Iowa State winning it all. Say.
let's
I'm
do
going
it.
to put Garrett right down here. GS. I love it. I love that pick. I do. I love it. I mean, you watch that team play, but
Yep.
God dang, is UConn good?
They are.
Oh, my
Championship
God.
pedigree. It's I fought with myself for quite a while.
By
picking
far the
that.
strongest team.
$5
Would you all
bet,
agree?
$100, 105 payout.
Oh, so they're okay.
Yep.
All right.
Who's stronger than UConn right now? Just any team. Nobody?
Nobody.
Iowa State to me is the closest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But again,
Betting odds has Houston.
still, huh?
Yep.
No.
It's
After
UConn,
watching-
I
Houston,
can't trust. I don't
UConn,
trust
Houston, and Purdue.
I don't trust Houston's. I like their defense. I don't
I
trust
like
their
their
offense.
Yep.
I don't trust their offense at all. And like you said about Illinois, like the offense, don't like their defense.
Oh, Illinois' first opening game. That game could go in the hundreds.
With Moorhead.
Yeah.
With Moorhead State. Moorhead State averages almost 90 points a game.
You know who I like, and you guys have already said it, is McNeese.
Yep.
Yep.
I watched a thing
Same.
on them.
Yep.
Chose
That's a
them.
good ball
Yep.
club.
Me too.
So I picked them over Gonzaga.
Yep.
Same.
Same.
And if Kansas even comes away with a win, which is, you guys are talking up Samford, I think McNeese could be in the Sweet 16. I really do, because they would have Gonzaga and the winner of Kansas Samford.
Yep.
That's a pretty nice path right there. All right, so I bitched long enough about the East. I just don't understand. I really don't understand. Anybody taking Vermont over Duke? No, I'm just kidding. Let's move to the West on the same side as UConn, where we have North Carolina as the 1 seed. I loved everything I saw from them last week except their game with NC State. I love the way they're playing inside out. I like the way they play defense.
Yep.
I like the way RJ Davis can get hot, but I'm not sure they're coming out of that region.
I'm with you. Like when they play North Carolina basketball, no, they're tough to beat.
When they, Exactly.
But
Exactly.
they're so freaking inconsistent.
They're so
I just
unpredictable.
can't. I just can't pick them to be consistent for this many games in a row. I can't.
And is Alabama going to show up because they didn't in the SEC?
And that's
If
another
they-
one.
If they show up and they actually hit shots, they're a Final Four good team.
Yes.
Ned Yost needs to earn that big contract he just got too. I agree. If Alabama shows up, they could knock off UNC.
I
in the
have
Sweet
them
16.
knocking them off in the Sweet 16.
You
I do.
Nice.
Good
I
for
have
you,
Alabama.
Yost.
Yep.
Nice.
I just like my heart's with UNC, but I just the inconsistency. I can't do it. I just
And who's watched Arizona play a lot of ball this year?
I haven't watched them a lot,
Watched
but
a
I
few
have seen
games.
them.
Yeah.
I've seen them a
I
few
like them.
times. The Caleb
Alex?
Love reunion. That's where I have UNC. Going
I would
down.
love that. A Caleb Love versus
North Carolina.
North Carolina. I would
Yeah.
love
Who's
that.
coming out of that region? UNC, Arizona.
My Elite Eight matchup is Baylor against Arizona.
Oh, gotcha. We're knocking you. Yes, you do.
Oh
like,
wow, you do like
Wow.
Baylor.
I like Baylor a lot. Jacoby Walker is gonna be a lottery pick, and
He is
he's
going to be a lottery pick.
he's
He's got good hair too.
yeah.
So wait, you have Baylor and Arizona in the Sweet 16, right?
Yes.
Over
Sorry.
here.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Who do you have on the other side with UNC and Alabama?
Hold on.
Because I'm with Wheels. I want to take Bama over UNC, but I'm not gonna. Only because I
Did
want
I
to
re-
wear my UNC
I know.
attire a little
I
bit
know.
longer.
So do I.
So Baylor Zona, whoever wins that game, I think wins that region. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I had UNC against Grand Canyon.
Very
Oh,
nice.
Wow.
You have Grand Canyon. Wait,
Beating
where are
Alabama?
You? You have Grand Canyon beating Alabama.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So who
Yes.
wins against Grand Canyon and UNC?
UNC.
Okay. Okay.
UNC loses to Baylor.
And UNC so you have Baylor coming out of the West.
Correct.
See, I have New Mexico upsetting Baylor.
Do you like that pick?
I've heard a little bit about it. Eddie House's son actually plays his.
Yes, he does.
For
Yep.
For
New Mexico. Yep.
But I actually picked Clemson to beat New Mexico.
I like the big kid on Clemson. He's
I like
nice.
I like both of their big kids,
Yeah.
BJ Hall and Shefflin.
Hall is the one that. Yes, you're right. They have two really good. But Hall is built like a freaking linebacker.
Dude, he's
They
built
both
like
are.
a farm boy.
He's built like a farm
He's
boy.
built like a farm boy. Looks
You're
like he's
exactly it.
throwing. Yeah,
So you're gonna go Baylor out of that region.
correct.
Wheels, you're going Bama? Did you say
To go to the
Bama?
Final Four in that region?
Yeah.
No, Arizona.
Oh, I got Zona as well.
Yep.
Same.
I have Alabama versus Arizona.
Okay. Yep.
Arizona.
All right. So on to the South, which this is a region that I think could be fun.
Yeah, I think
Yep.
this side is more difficult. I don't know why, but I just
Should we be sleeping on James Madison, who has been
Not at all.
solid
No.
from the start to the finish?
I'm still
You don't win
contem-
31 games.
I'm still contemplating if I want to switch them against
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Me too.
Yeah.
Wisconsin. Looked really good though.
Oh, I took James Madison in that one
You did?
over Wisconsin. Yes, that one I did fill.
I have a
out.
ton of upsets on this side.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I think this is the hardest one, not named the East region, because of Houston, Duke, Kentucky, Marquette, Florida, and don't fall asleep on NC State.
No.
Nope.
I mean, I've got
Conference
Houston,
champion 11 seed.
right?
Right. Yeah. It's
I have got. Who do you guys got in the Elite Eight
I have
for the South?
for the South.
South.
I have
I
Houston.
know you have Duke.
Houston versus Kentucky. Purdue versus Tennessee.
I have a bad taste in my mouth about Houston just because of that one game.
Yeah.
at
I mean,
Iowa
I'm
State.
not.
and I don't want to.
I just can't pick Duke. Like I physically
That's
cannot
why-
write
Yeah.
DUKE on. No offense, on this freaking bracket.
just can't write.
I literally, physically
So
cannot
that's why you went with Houston.
do
Okay.
it. Like I
Okay.
can't do it. I did it against Vermont because that's duh. Like, come on.
Did somebody write it for you, or did
But
you?
it was painful.
wrote it. Okay.
It was painful.
All right.
I did it, but I just after that I can't do it anymore.
Can NC State beat Texas Tech? I like Texas Tech.
Yes, I picked them to beat them.
too. You did
Yes.
pick NC
To
State.
ride their wave. I'm hoping they're
Okay.
riding that wave. I'm hoping it's not like don't go into the locker room at halftime, where they had way too much time in between winning the conference championship and starting March Madness.
Yep.
Like,
I'm filling this in as we go. I have Duke and Kentucky
Yep.
in the Elite Eight from that region. I don't know who to pick. Oh, I know who you picked. Stevie, who do you have in the South final?
I have Houston and Kentucky.
Winning it?
Um,
That region. Sorry. Not winning.
oh wait, what, coming out of that?
Coming out of the South, yeah.
Okay. Who do I have?
And Wheels, you have Houston.
no, I have Kentucky.
Yep,
Oh.
I have Kentucky.
Oh, we both have. Ooh, Unagi. So Duke, Kentucky, CB.
She has Kentucky also.
Yeah.
CB and I think have like
I think
the
we have like the same
bracket.
bracket.
So we all have a bad taste in our mouth about Houston then, because
Yeah.
of that one game.
Yeah.
Are we going to look silly? I mean, they won 30 games this year, you guys.
I got Duke beating Tennessee. So
Oh, you're riding the Tennessee wave. I like that.
Dalton Connect.
Dalton is.
Connect.
He
That's
was a
all I'm gonna
little.
say.
Who'd they lose to in the SEC? He was pissed after that game. Can't remember, and I watched it. That's the sad thing. Watched it.
It wasn't Texas A&M, was it? Was it Texas A&M?
It could have been. Yes, it was because
It was.
Texas A&M went far
Yep.
with Coach Buzz. Yep, he was pissed after that game. So where did I have Tennessee?
They're at the bottom.
Oh, okay. All right, gotcha. All right, so Kentucky, Duke, which leaves us with the Midwest. Does anybody trust Purdue?
No.
No.
Even though I have them going to the final.
Same. I do.
I don't
do.
trust them at all, but
I want to pick them, but they killed me last year.
Yeah.
I had them winning it last
Yeah.
year. They killed me last year. Gosh, I like your Tennessee pick. You have Tennessee coming out of the region? Right, you do in your Final Four. I like that.
No.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. You have
Yes.
Tennessee coming
Yes.
out of that region.
Yes.
I mean, that bottom part, like, don't sleep on Creighton, man.
No,
I have
I
Creighton
know.
over Tennessee.
I mean, the
You do?
only
I do. I have Creighton over
the
Tennessee.
only downfall for Creighton is they only have they're only 3 deep on their bench.
Yep.
So he
Sure.
really only plays 5. And so that's tough, but man, they shoot lights out. And also, don't sleep on Oregon either.
That is the where
Picked
I
Oregon.
have Oregon winning over South Carolina, and
I do
then
too.
I'm like, you got them playing Creighton. That's
Right.
a tough
Yeah.
Yep.
second
Yep.
round
Yep.
matchup.
Yep.
That's really tough. Boy, I tell you what, though, that's probably the easiest region for a number 1 seed.
Oh,
to
yeah.
win.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
100%.
Yep.
I mean, it really is. It's like they cater to Purdue.
Because I have Purdue
Wow.
facing Samford to get into the Elite 8.
I gotcha. I gotcha. Which, that's not bad.
No.
Yeah, how can you not? Oh, I have
Yeah.
I'm going to go McNeese. All right. So I've now got Purdue and Creighton. But I do like your Tennessee.
I have Purdue in Tennessee.
I have Purdue and Tennessee.
I think I'm just going with my heart. I would Coach McDermott. I always go with the coach.
Yep.
I'm going to screw myself there because I should be picking Tennessee like Garrett to come out of that region. But I've already got Creighton written down, so I don't want to change it. Oh, I can't pick Purdue again.
I
No,
did.
no. Purdue and Houston for me are like 1 and 1A. I can't trust either one.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick
I-
Purdue because I'm a bonehead. I've called myself that.
I picked them
them
too, so.
What the heck? The next bracket I do, because I always do more than one, I'm picking Tennessee out of that region. I love Tennessee. And I love Coach Barnes, too.
Mm-hmm.
I might have to change this. But right now I got Purdue in there, so.
I trust Houston and Purdue about as much as I trust the drinking water in Flint, Michigan.
Damn!
Damn.
Sorry.
That was a good one. Okay, so my Final Four, which I don't like, I'm going to change it on another bracket.
I did 7 brackets.
Yeah,
I got
did a few.
UConn, Arizona, and I've got UConn going to the semifinal out of that region.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got Kentucky and Purdue.
You and I have the same Final Four.
Same.
And who do you guys have in the championship game?
I have
UConn
UConn
and
Purdue.
And you have UConn winning, right?
Yes.
Yep.
I swear CB and I didn't do our brackets together.
We didn't.
I mean, I'm not confident in this Final Four by any means.
No.
The only confident one I have is with UConn.
Yeah.
I'm very confident
Yep.
with
Yep.
them.
I'll go UConn, Kentucky, and UConn winning it. You guys got the same?
Yep.
Yeah.
UConn, Purdue, and Garrett, you have?
Iowa State and Duke.
Oh,
Nice.
he's way off board.
Nice.
So you never know.
And who's winning?
Duke.
Who do you think?
Oh man, shocking.
God.
He's true to his team. I will have to do. I'm doing one of with Emily Hawes, and I gotta have Tennessee come out of that Midwest. I'm going to sit here and say Tennessee is coming out of that Midwest, but I had to go with Creighton. That was just my.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ride the Creighton wave here. So UConn, Duke.
Yep.
Wow. It's hard to go against Iowa State, though. It really is. And watch Arizona be the team that comes away with this. That no one's really.
That's why it's
paying
called
attention.
March Madness. That's why it's called March Madness.
We're paying attention, but so who's the lowest seed you have going the farthest? Somebody said Stanford.
Kentucky is 3 for me.
Okay.
Oh, the lowest seed going the furthest?
Yeah. I have McNeese State.
I think I have McNeese.
No, McNeese. They're not state. McNeese going to the Sweet 16.
I have Sanford as the
I've-
13.
I have
Okay.
McNeese.
I think
So- McNeese is.
I took Grand Canyon
Oh, that's right.
in
you
the
took
Sweet
Grand
in the
Canyon.
Sweet 16. Yeah.
Okay. So I've got McNeese. CB, you have McNeese going the farthest?
Yep.
Where's Grand Canyon? Oh, here we go. I'm going to circle that one. And Wheels, which one? You had
Sanford. Yep.
See who wins the battle of the Cinderella, so-called.
Mm-hmm.
What about the women's bracket? Mine is kind of blank right now, but I can look and pick.
I have.
I think we should all just pick Nebraska to go to the
I have Nebraska. I think is my lowest to go to the
and that's 6.
or highest. I mean, yeah.
Tennessee,
Yes, them.
Maryland. I have nope, I don't have Maryland. I have them winning the first round, but then I have them losing.
I have Maryland winning the first round as well.
God, I would love to take let me go with, because I haven't picked it yet, Colorado
Mm-hmm.
in the Sweet 16 over K-State. Colorado, unless I look down here. I do like Syracuse, but they would come up against UConn, so I can't put them much farther than that. Yep, it'll be Colorado for me to the Sweet 16 as the, and they're a 5 seed, so that's not really calling it much of an upset.
Yeah, Nebraska's 6 for me.
Yeah.
We look when we look at the women's side, and we don't go as
No,
No.
deep as we do with the men, like wanting to take a 12, a 13.
no.
Right.
No. Yeah.
But every year there seems to be a 12 or a 13 in the men's side.
Oh,
Wasn't
always.
it FAU last year? Was it Florida Atlantic
Yeah.
Yeah,
that went
Yeah.
I
But
think
Yeah.
Final Four? Didn't
Final
they?
Four.
Final
so,
Four
yeah.
as a what seed were they?
Yeah, and what seed were they? 12, 13.
They were
were in
12,
that
I
range.
think.
I want to say 12, but we're gonna have to
I don't
look that
remember.
one up.
I mean, there's historically more upsets in the men's March Madness anyway than there
Than
are
the
the women. So
That is very true. I would like to see Caitlin Clark get to that championship game again.
clearly, and obviously, I would as well.
So, as I keep bashing on the selection committee, why did they put Iowa and LSU in the same region?
For viewership,
Because
I think
LSU
Money.
struggled.
money, viewership.
That's my
Money.
point.
Yeah.
I mean, who isn't going to pay top dollar to see those two teams battle?
Oh, yeah.
Who wouldn't? Like,
An Elite Eight battle.
Correct.
If it comes down to that.
correct. I mean, it's must watch TV.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark.
Just mind-boggling to me. And I'm going to go back to the men's. I just don't. I don't know how to get an answer. I probably would never get an answer. I don't know who to email. I don't know who to write to. But I just don't get the men's side, that
Yeah.
east side.
Karen's FAU was the 9th seed last year.
Ninth.
They were the 9th. Oh, wow. I had them as a 12. Thank you. I just don't get Auburn, Iowa State, Illinois, and
Yeah,
UConn.
it's
I
just-
just don't understand
Insane.
how you put those 4 teams. And
Yeah.
what about Rick Pitino? Do you think St. John's should have made it?
After watching Virginia last night?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ding, ding.
Yeah. For sure.
But I also think Pittsburgh should have made it too.
Yes.
But
Coach Capel, he's got those guys. He's got that program.
those
Headed in the right-
those two freshmen that
Yeah.
he's got,
Yeah.
they're
Yep.
So how do you guys feel though? So there's the NCAA tournament and then there's the NIT.
Yeah.
This year though, numerous teams have refused to play in it.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I understood right off the bat Oklahoma didn't go and St. John's didn't go.
Indiana State didn't go.
I understand. Frustration wise.
Right. They're
Yeah.
just pissed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
I look at it and I go, first of all, how do you have 4 top teams in one? And what is the committee doing?
Right.
What are they doing? If you're Rick Pitino, would you have gone?
No.
I'd have said no.
Probably not.
I'm just going to call it a season.
All right. And start recruiting, start
Yeah.
building. Yeah.
His quote halfway through this season was, "It's the most frustrating coaching season of his career, of his life."
yeah.
He had a lot more to say in this article I read, but frustrating for him. But it's tough with that record.
Yeah.
I wanted them to go a little bit deeper in the conference play, or in the conference tournament, excuse me. I like Oklahoma too, but yeah, it's tough. But I don't get what do they put names in a hat? and put
Yeah.
them
I don't.
in the committee behind closed doors.
Right.
I don't know. Okay, the last thing I want us to do is right now, because it's going to change 1,000 times. Where is Drake May going?
God.
Oh, dude.
I'm going to say the Patriots.
God, why are you doing this to me? Come
Sorry.
on. Why are you doing this to me, Lori?
I would love it if he went to the Patriots.
Yes.
We don't want that.
Why?
Do you
Another
think
Matt
the
Jones?
Vikings,
Mac Jones?
If the Patriots trade out of 3, which would be smart, wouldn't be a bad thing to take 11-23.
Oh, God, no. No.
But I'm going to say the Patriots. Oh, crickets now. One of you is going to
I
say
don't
the
know.
Giants.
No.
No.
I just,
No.
no.
We can't. I can't. I can't. I can't.
No.
I can't.
I can't. It's like Wheels writing Duke down.
Washington
Yeah.
or the Giants.
I think he's going
the
to
thing.
Washington.
Yeah.
Washington could
Let's-
fall
yep.
in love with him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Because they're
That would be a
keeping
good
it
one. Yep.
under wraps.
Yep.
Is
Yep.
it Daniels or is it May? So you guys are all saying Washington?
I think
That's a
Washington.
good one.
I'm
Yeah.
just going to stick with the Patriots then.
Yep.
Buddy,
Evil.
are you ready for Bass Pro season?
Bass Pro season.
Yeah, I don't even know what I'm saying.
Bass Pro
You
Shop?
got to
What?
send me a lot of pictures and we'll put them on the show.
Okay.
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 This dude is an all-star.
I know. I remember talking about
Where
him.
did you travel to? Where's the farthest you traveled to last year?
Well, this last October, I went to South Carolina,
Okay. Okay.
to Lake Hartwell.
Okay.
And the year before that, I went to Alabama.
What's your favorite fishing spot? In Vermont.
In Vermont,
Yep.
Lake Champlain.
Okay. Outside of Vermont. Or is it too soon?
Western New York,
Okay. Where in Western New York?
the Finger Lakes region.
Okay.
They got good wine there. That's all I know.
Oh, wow.
Oh, the wine in
See,
the Finger
he's
Lakes
shaking
is
her head.
amazing.
She's a New York girl.
Yeah.
The Finger Lakes region, there's 3 lakes, all literally,
Yep.
they look like fingers,
Yep.
all right next to each other.
Seriously? Well,
Yep.
I got to look it up when I get home.
Yep.
Oneida, Seneca, and Cayuga.
Cayuga, yep.
Cayuga.
Wow.
And I only know those because of the wine.
Fishing, wine. I mean, you could pair the two.
You
A
can.
good
Yeah.
bottle of wine.
Right?
What's your favorite fish to eat?
To eat?
Yes.
Oh.
These are just being. It's my best Carol Lawson like other fish. Can I say?
Fish questions. Fish
Oh, my
questions.
goodness.
I mean, I'm just gonna say salmon.
No,
But I don't
That's
fish.
mine.
See, I don't fish, so
I caught a salmon through the ice a couple of years ago, but I didn't eat. I
solid.
didn't eat it. It was like 2 days before the season started. I was pissed, but
Hmm.
probably a yellow perch or a crappie, black and white crappie.
black and white crappie. I remember that one. I looked that one up too. Good flavor then.
It looks like a pan. It looks like a pan. They're called panfish because they're the easiest and arguably the most delicious to cook.
Really
Yeah.
interesting. Send me pictures.
I was gonna say I'm on every social media,
Yep.
Facebook,
Give yourself a big shout out.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
should be shouting yourself out.
Facebook, Instagram. I mean, anybody can follow me, Garrett Sicily Fishing. So
Sicily fishing. All right.
Yep.
I gotta write that one down.
Yep.
When you're ice fishing, do you ever get nervous?
I fell through the ice when I was 20 below zero
Oh,
outside.
Jesus.
Fell through it up to my neck,
Oh,
and I still do it to this day. So
no.
Did it scare you a little bit?
it,
I mean, you fell through the ice.
What does that
I fell
feel like?
through.
Yeah,
my-
what did it feel like?
What does that feel like?
What does it feel like?
Yeah. Just shock? Just
Thankfully,
shock?
I was in shallow enough water. I
Okay.
You could hit the bottom.
I hit the bottom, and I pushed myself back up onto the edge of the ice and crawled.
Oh my gosh.
My suit was frozen by the time I got back to the truck, and I was only 50 yards away.
Wow. Yeah, no thank you.
God. I would freak. I couldn't do it.
I
can't.
I don't do
Slight
anything.
Stupidity.
No, it's your passion.
Yeah,
It's your
Right.
passion.
It's
I mean, people are out there when the ice is like this.
Right.
It's like-
so it's springtime. It's
You see near the
degrees, what
you
are
see
you
near the
doing?
shore, it's like melted in water, and there's shanties out there, and I'm like, what are these
I mean,
people
I've been-
doing?
I've been on Champlain in spring days where when you walk, the ice kind of bows a little
Yeah,
bit
no, thank
underneath
you.
you. Just
Not
'cause
the way
it's
I wanna go.
weakening, But
Oy vey.
I've seen what
God.
hypothermia can do to fingers and hands. Nope.
Yeah, no.
I almost cut my
toes?
thumb. I almost cut my thumb off with an auger blade once. So 10 stitches later, see.
He'll be coming to visit you at some point. TV.
I don't do ortho.
Future patient.
I don't do ortho.
But
Don't get a
thanks.
brain injury.
Thanks
Appreciate
for
it.
joining.
Of course.
Yes, thanks, Garrett.
Of course.
you.
So-
Thanks for having me.
We've been on once a week. I mean, it was my fault last week due to just running to South Carolina. But I think we're going to try 2 times next week. And then we'll probably go to once a week.
Yeah.
And we'll start to get into spring sports. But we're going to do twice next week because Monday we have to talk about
March
March
Madness.
Madness.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
So we will be on Monday at 6. And we will be back on Wednesday at 5:30 because we have a high school spotlight player
Yes.
for Wednesday. So that will put us on twice next week. So tune back in Monday at 6 o'clock, where the title of the show will no doubt be "Is Your Bracket Busted?"
Yeah.
And the answer is yes.
Yes.
And we're sitting here crying in our bracket. So we'll be back. Enjoy the madness. It's already
Yes.
started.
Yep. Games
But
tonight,
start-
playing games tonight,
Yep.
women's playing games tonight.
Plans
Yep.
tonight, and then the madness really starts.
Oh, tomorrow.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
can't
is there
wait.
anything
So
better
excited.
than watching it from noon to midnight?
No.
To 1
Why
to
do I
2
have to
in
work?
the morning?
No.
Why do I have
That
to work?
first weekend or Thursday through Sunday.
I used to take these days off like
Me too.
every single year.
used to.
I
The
should've.
first 2 days of March Madness, I took them off. I go and sit at my favorite sports bar with my buddies,
Yeah.
and I was there all day and all night,
It's the way to do it.
and it was amazing.
We used to do like a slumber party.
Yeah.
Like Erica George would have some of us over, Emily Hawes. And we turned it into a sleepover, and then we just got older.
Yep.
And we're like at 10 o'clock, we're like, oh, it's time
Yeah.
to go home now.
People had
We still
kids,
get together.
you know.
But we did, yeah, and there's
Kids.
kids in the equation.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, we'll watch it till 10, Thursday
Yep.
and Friday. Maybe over the weekend, you know?
Yep.
But it's fun. This is one of the best times of the year. We call it the greatest time of the year.
Yes.
I also like the draft. I'm a big draft,
Yep.
Nick, through and through.
This year, especially for the draft.
Yes. Have your Giants gear ready.
I will.
I don't think CB will burn hers if Drake May gets drafted by the
I might.
Giants.
CB.
I'm ready to give up both the Giants and the Yankees this year.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So Garrett Cole, I mean, I know I was signing off, but Garrett Cole,
Elbow.
no Tommy John surgery,
Nope.
Nope.
just
Shocking.
resting for a month.
And we didn't
Shocking.
Or two.
get Snell.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God.
So
You
there's
had to be
one
happy
thing.
with that.
So there's one thing we didn't
But,
waste
I
money
mean,
on.
yes, because we're right at the luxury line, so
Yeah.
like we would have
Yeah.
had to pay like $60 million for him or something like
And-
that.
Did the
Stupid.
Giants get a deal? Maybe if he stays
healthy.
Yep.
If he stays
Yeah.
healthy,
Yep.
it's a good 2 year,
Jordan
nothing
Montgomery.
long term.
Jordan Montgomery is still sitting on his couch.
Yep.
Really?
Why are the Yankees not calling him?
Why hasn't
Yeah.
Texas re-signed him?
Right.
Right. Especially, you could probably just get it down now
Yep.
because no
100%.
one's signing him.
I don't get it.
What?
Get him for a 2-year deal.
What? I forgot all about Montgomery. Shame on me.
Yep.
Good job, CB. All right, enjoy the madness. Enjoy it, and we'll be back on Monday at 6 o'clock. Have a great rest of the week.